It's early Saturday morning. I'm on my way to Aztec, New Mexico. We're going to surprise Johnathan Dobbs. Well, it's not really a surprise, totally. I mean, you don't think I'm going to drive all the way to Aztec, New Mexico without at least making sure that he's going to be there. Johnathan doesn't know what he's about to get himself into, but that's what we're doing. This is our first ever. This will be the pilot of Hamming It Up. This is my encouragement tour. Let's see how it goes. It took a bit of a trip. Maybe I got lost once or twice. Who knew that Farmington, New Mexico was such a big place? But we're here at the gym show, which is where Johnathan Dobbs is at. We're going to do it kind of like Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes, where we roll in with a giant check and some balloons. And we'll see how it goes. I have no earthly idea. It's my first time. You can help me out. Would you video this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I knew she'd know. What is your name?
Laren.
Laren?
Yes.
Thanks, Laren. Laren.
Okay.
Hey, yes. We've dropped in here.
Where would the play button be?
The button's right back here. The button's right there.
That's
is it recording? It says record, yeah. I get this giant check.
I am sorry.
Oh, here.
There we go.
Hey, I'm Darren Hamm. I'm here with Johnathan Dobbs. We came by to drop off this giant check, kind of like Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes, but different. And there's an extra zero here because it's only $100, man. But anything's better than nothing. So there you go. Thank you. Okay, so we'll have you with the eggs behind that. Now we're gonna send your dad out here. Yeah, over by the street.
The street?
Over by the street.
Oh, wow.
Over by the street.
I don't know that she can throw that.
Can you throw that far? Or is that too far?
I don't think I can throw that.
Oh, that's good enough. Okay, now the object is to get this egg as high up in the air as possible so you give him time to get underneath it, okay? So I'm going to give you an example. You don't have to catch this one, but I'll just give you an idea of what I think will be best. You're going to stay right behind this line, and then you got the egg, and you're going to go like that, you see?
Oh, cool.
That would be a point, okay? Ready?
Very good.
Throw it up high. Go!
Oh, snap!
That's one! Hey, look, you might get this done in 3 and not have to get the other 2. All right, there goes one. Ready?
Oh, my goodness.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, ready, go!
I gotta get my ear. That is nasty.
Well, but think about it. You've already got, only have to get one more.
Well, I thought I had to get 5.
You have to get 3 out of 5. I even gave you some misses. Yeah. I'm a nice guy. Ready? Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, nasty. If I had to swing by the house.
Hey, but look on the bright side. You get a gift card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a gift card. You haven't even said how much it is.
Oh, that isn't worth it, you don't think?
It's an empty gift card. You just get the card.
Okay, I'm here with Johnathan. We're out in front of Smith's grocery store. Our second contest is to see who can get 3 people to allow them to carry out their groceries to their car the fastest. So we're going to time this, and we're going to see who can find 3 different people to carry them out. Okay, one of them has to be a cart. Okay, they have to have a cart.
So like a big push.
I don't care how you may talk them into putting their food in a cart.
You're not talking about like they're sitting in a cart.
No, they have to be a they have to actually have something to push out. Okay,
gotcha.
And I have a slight advantage because I worked at a grocery store and used to carry out groceries when I was in high school. So I have a bit of an advantage. So don't be intimidated. We're playing for here it is, Red Lobster gift card.
Yeah.
Gift card to Red Lobster. So, all right. So you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Watch. On your mark. Get set. Go.
Are you going to?
I'm not going to steal anything from you. I'm not doing anything.
I wouldn't do anything.
my car up there. I go right here, whatever you want, whatever's easiest for you. This guy legit or what? Somebody else might be. No, this is cool.
Okay, so you said $14.
Oh, sorry, I got y'all confused. You mind if I take that? I'll just push it up for you.
A merit badge? It's what they give you, so I'm starting my Eagle Scout a little bit late. Most of people get what. That's like 2 for 1 right there, buddy.
You didn't even take it to their car.
They were walking, I didn't have to.
Really ridiculous stuff. So,
Oh, yeah?
yeah, we're having a
So you're from South Dakota, and you're down here living.
He's,
Help me out. Okay. I'm not gonna hurt anything. I'm really harmless. I'm harmless. I've never hurt anybody in my life. How are we going? Well, I hate to break it to you, Jonathan. What was yours? Yours was eight minutes, and what was mine?
5.5. But I've got to protest because 2 out of the 3 of yours, all you had to do was walk outside the door. I actually went all the way to the cars all 3 times. And I didn't have to invent stories, and I didn't have to get people to put their groceries in the cart. I did it all legit. Come on now.
Okay, here's the rules for it. You guys tell me. You can tell me what you think. The rules were that you had to 3 people help them out. You had to one of them had to be in a cart, and that was it. Those were the rules. And you couldn't tell them that you were trying to go fast because you're going to win a competition. Those are the only rules. So there was nothing about you can't tell them that you're trying to get you're late in life trying to get your Boy Scout.
Yeah,
You're trying to become an
it's
Eagle
just
Scout.
the
There's
whole
nothing about that.
integrity of being a preacher, you know.
Maybe I am. Have you ever thought that maybe that's true? Maybe I am thinking about doing that. And the other thing is,
I think there's a
and I'm
limit.
doing
I
a
think there's
social
an age
experiment.
limit.
I told him I was doing a social experiment. That's
Okay.
I am doing a social experiment.
I told
Is
him
anything
I
wrong
was
with
doing
that?
some random service stuff,
Okay.
and yeah.
There you go. So anyway, thank goodness for you that I guess second place gets the gift card. We have a Red Lobster.
Second place.
We have a Red Lobster gift card for $25 for
Yeah.
second place.
Thank
there
you
go.
very much.
So, this is our third and final activity, I guess. There's no winning or losing on this one. This one is our a cappella vocal band jam. Okay?
Okay.
And in the a cappella vocal band jam, you have 3 eras to choose from, or 3 music backgrounds, genres, or whatever. So basically, you can either pick something that's modern, a modern tune, or you can pick an older song, and it could be anything from basically it's not from the last 20 years. It can go way back, okay? Or you can pick a Christian song, okay? What's going to happen is you're going to get to sing those songs, and I'm going to be your vocal band.
Oh, great.
Okay, I have experience in vocal bandery, okay, from church camp from back in the day. So I'm going to own the vocal band, but you have to sing it, okay? So you just need to pick what genre. Are you looking for something modern? Would you like to go with an older hit song, or would you like to go with something that's from Christian music? It's your pick.
Oh, I get to pick.
You get to pick one of those categories. Then the envelopes here, they contain the song that you will get to sing in.
I'm expecting to pick something. You'll probably throw something in there like because I'm your lady or something like that. Oh. Let's see. Let's go with the older hit songs.
Older hit songs, that's kind of what I have to say. If I was going to pick you, I was picking older song. And so you have to decide, no, that's not the older song. That's the modern one. You want to see which one you would have picked?
Yeah.
If you'd picked modern, it's the Chainsmokers. You ever heard of that one?
No,
Don't Let Me Down. That would have been the one that you've been singing.
I've heard that.
I bet you, it's a good one. I thought the vocal bandery would be awesome. And then if you picked a Christian song, it was going to be The Beauty of Jesus, okay? Which would have been very interesting.
Wow.
But since you picked an older hit, you got Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. Okay?
Oh, okay.
So we're... Ooh, whoa, whoa, ooh, ooh, whoa, 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 ooh, ooh, whoa, ooh, ooh, whoa, whoa, ooh, ooh, whoa, 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 ooh, ooh, whoa.
time not so long ago. How he used to work on the docks. Union's been on strike. He's down on his luck. It's tough. So tough. Gina works a diner all day. Working for a man. She brings home her pay for love. For love. She said we hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. She got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Whoa, leave it on a prayer. Take my hand, and we'll make it, I swear. Oh, leave it on a prayer. Tommy's got a six-string and hock. He's always holding in what he used to make it talk. So tough. Gina dreams of running away. When she cries in the night, Tommy whispers, baby, it's okay. Someday we gotta hold on to what we've got. It doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We've got each other, and that's a lot for love. We'll give it a shot. Oh, we're halfway there. Oh, leave it on a prayer. Take my hand, and we'll make it, I swear. Oh, leave it on a prayer. Leave it on a prayer.
All good things must come to an end, or torture must end at some point. I don't know how you want to look at this.
It's been interesting.
But I want to say thank you. Thank you for letting me, for you willing me to come down. And really the only introduction I said was I just wanted to do some stuff. Just are you willing to do some things? And you said sure. And so I appreciate you being willing to. Hope that hope that you were blessed.
I was blessed. It was fun. It was. I was nervous. I had no clue what was about to happen, and I know you a little bit, so I knew there was quite a variety of options that could have happened. But yeah, I think I'm still getting egg out of my ear.
Still getting egg out of your ear. And so best part. You got a best part
so far?
Yeah.
I think the egg was pretty fun.
Yeah. Okay.
But most of all, just getting to visit. You know, we haven't ever had a chance to just hang out and visit, so this is cool. So appreciate that.
Well, good. I'm glad. That was my goal.
Yeah.
And this is my last gift to you. This is for, I guess, would be for the vocal band jam. Okay?
All right.
And this is a book. I don't know if you've ever read it. If you've read it and you have it, give it to somebody else. Pass it along. But it's called The Storyteller Secret. And I just have been reading it. And I think that as far as to help you with ministry, I think that there's lots of application for it. It's not written specifically for ministry, but it's just written to be able to do public presenting and do it in a powerful way. And so I think it's just chock full of stuff that I've been blessed to read. So I want to pass that blessing along to you.
Cool. Thank
so that's
you
my
very much.
last. That's it, man.
Appreciate it.
You're not getting anything else from me today. Okay, that's it.
Good.
All right.
Good. That's cool.
And so I really just wanted to kind of finish up and just ask you a few questions. Just 3 questions that really I think are important. And first would be like, can you tell me the story about that moment or that event or that maybe led you into ministry, or maybe it's a moment that, at this moment, I was so in the zone, it was so right that I knew this is what I had to do. My heart was just, I just knew this is it. I wonder if you could share something like that with us.
Well, I was going to college at the time. I was married. It was my first marriage, and we moved from West Monroe, Louisiana to Ruston, Louisiana, half an hour away. And I'd grown up going to Whites Ferry Road and really loved the church there, but took the opportunity during that time to quit going. We just quit going to church. It was still deeply ingrained into me, still something that was there, but it just had quit going. I was in engineering school at the time, and I think maybe by that time I might have changed over to the education program to get my degree in that. But while I was at a dinner one time, one of the preachers, Keith Roberts, from a little church in Calhoun, Louisiana, they were looking to change up the way they did their worship service, and he knew that I led singing and could lead worship, and so he asked me if I would come and lead worship for their church. I didn't really have any interest in doing it, but they were willing to pay me, so I said, okay. So, hey, it's money, that's good. So that's how I got back into church.
Okay.
And in the process of that, I went back into church straight into ministry. And I realized very quickly that I couldn't not do ministry anymore.
Okay.
I couldn't go back to just sitting in the row Sunday after Sunday. I had to be involved. And through that, he encouraged me to go to preaching school, went to Sunset. And really, kind of the clincher for me to just bust the doors wide open wherever God leads me to go was when I was studying, and I was reading through Jeremiah, and God basically says to Jeremiah, don't be scared. Don't be scared of them, because I'm going to speak through you, and I'm going to be with you. And then Jesus later on, as I was studying that, Jesus would say, whoever leaves home or father or mother or sister, brother, relatives, and riches and whatever else for my sake, will get all those things and more in this life and in the life to come. So in the context of that was, I had the freedom then to trust that God was going to be with me and help me to do what I needed to do, because he was totally calling me into ministry. I couldn't not speak. I couldn't not lead worship. I couldn't not be in the ministry helping the kingdom grow. And so from that point forward, it's been, this is where I belong. I went into youth ministry, and now I'm the preacher. And so it's been a journey to that. But back then, kind of the clincher for me was Keith Roberts and his wife Judy looking across the table at me at a dinner one time going, I think you could come and help out here. And I had no vision for that. But they had vision in me. So,
Cool. It's great. Neat.
yeah.
They could see your potential before you did.
Yeah.
Nice. The other thing my second question would be, can you share a struggle, maybe that deepest moment or whatever, some kind of struggle that you've experienced, a hurdle that you've had to overcome?
I'm human. I struggle with lots of things. I'm a really awesome procrastinator.
Okay.
I'm really good at procrastinating. I'm also really good at saying things before I think them through. That's really difficult. But one of the things that I really struggled with, and I feel like I'm getting better at it, but it's through intentional work, is the not just meeting people. I can meet people all day long. I can go down on the street and meet anybody. But being able to remember who they are, to know anything about them, to remember their name.
Okay.
Those are things that are hard for me.
Okay.
Because I've always been more self-consumed. And so the struggle to try to get to know somebody else, and not just in a superficial way, but be able to engage them. And then the next time I see them, to be able to come back to that engaging point, to say, hey Bill, or hey James, or hey Donna, or whatever your name is, to say that to them without having to ask them their name first. Because then that makes the difference to them. They know that I cared enough to pay attention to that. And that's something I struggle with, but I am currently working, and I have been for a little while, to do certain things, like, trying to make sure that I have repeated their name several times in the course of that initial conversation, and asking them pointed questions about themselves, and not being as quick to want to tell my story, but asking questions and trying to get to know them, because what is it that we're about? We're about loving God and loving our neighbor. This is about relationships, and it's not just about me having information that I need to tell to them. It's about me getting to know them.
So it sounds like you're saying that you struggle with having authentic relationships and maybe even deep relationships.
Yeah. Because for so much of my life, it was all about me. I got narcissism. I'll admit that. But that was part of my immaturity growing up, and then being in youth ministry, that was a difficulty too, because youth ministry kind of breeds narcissism. It breeds that teen mindset being perpetuated into adulthood. But being able to look back on that and see, I needed to be more selfless. And then as I work with teenagers, even now today, that's one of the things I'm really working on with teenagers, is trying to help them see this needs to get beyond you. We need to get you in the habit of asking questions of the other person, not just being ready to give your statement.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for sharing. And then the last question is just 3. If you were to give a piece of advice to somebody who, was at school like you were, and someone asked them to lead singing, or whatever it might be, they're in that area where they're wondering, is this the direction that God wants me to go? What would you say to that person? How would you counsel them?
There's so many different things to say there. First and foremost, the people that I deal with on a daily basis, that I get an opportunity to be a part of their lives, they would not engage with me if I was the formal preacher guy. If I was all about the rituals and the doctrines and all this stuff. But because I'm real, I'm just Johnathan. I introduce myself as just Johnathan, not the preacher, not minister, not Pastor Johnathan, none of that stuff. I just introduce myself as Johnathan. And when they try to give me some kind of title, I say, no, I'm just Johnathan. Just call me Johnathan. I'm just like you. I just have a little different training. It's the difference. I'm saved by grace, just like you are. And so be very real. And as much as possible, be transparent. As I've been in ministry, there's a lot of freedom even in confession. But then the other flip side of that is, there are things that you may be dealing with that you don't want people to know, because they're not of the maturity to really be able to handle that. And that's a recognizable, very real thing. And so it is extremely important to have some kind of a connection source, whether it is a person who is a minister at a completely different church, maybe in a completely different denomination. But somebody in another place and in another walk of life that you know that you can trust them 100% and connect with them. But then also you have your friends close by that you have fun with as well. But having somebody that you can bounce ideas off of, you can confess sins to, that you can talk about your struggles, and that you can pray for one another. It's vital, and I would say that's probably been the hardest thing to find in preaching, because my struggles are mine, and they're not unique in and of the general concept of them, but my age demographic is different than the rest of the preachers that I connect with on a daily basis in this area. But I look over at this other church down the road. They're not Church of Christ, but become friends with the pastor there, and so we can connect on a different level. Not quite to that point yet to open up wide, but so it's a struggle. That it's something that is not going to be easily done, but is necessary.
So I hear you. I think I hear 2 things. I hear, be true to yourself, who you are. Make sure you understand yourself well if you're going to go into ministry, kind of who you are and what you. And then I also hear you say, make sure from the very start, sooner the better, get somebody who is trusted, who you can confide in, who can encourage you, who can help basically be like a mentor to you. The sooner you have one of those, if you're going into ministry, the better off you're going to be. That's what I hear you saying. Be true to kind of your own, because you're a casual, if that's how you, make sure you're true to yourself, and then that you're also have somebody there that can mentor you or have your back, that you know that you can trust, who can really help you.
And sometimes that is a person that you don't necessarily connect with personally. You go to that person because they help you with your studies. So for instance, you may go to a particular theologian and read their stuff and pay attention to what they're saying, because they're helping you see the perspective that you're needing for your context. But then there is always a need for that one-on-one connection with someone on a deeper level, where you can say, "This is what I'm into this week." And